Archers are in a rough spot in Rise of Kingdoms, with infantry being moved to smite, cavalry being moved to combo, and archers staying at skill damage. It really changes the methods that you're going to be using in KVK 1 through 4. If you are someone who wants to be an archer, there is something that you need to understand about their marches. They are quote-unquote whale marches. You can go the revival set, so you get the 4-piece, and then for your boots, flame treads, weapon, golden age. It is a great epic march. It is relatively inexpensive, but it can be still hard to get, and you're going to be at a disadvantage if you're going up against anyone with legendary gear. You end up having to make a major choice. Do you want to go into a 2-2-2 setup, similar to this? Do you want to go more traditional as all Dragon's Breath, so that way you can start it as quickly as possible? Do you want to go into a 4-2 set like I have here? There's so many different options, and they all work. With archers, you're trying to figure out what to do and what to do quickly, because if you build the wrong gear, you really hurt yourself. I've seen tons of people craft the Milky Way, Tassets of the War God, Ian's Choice, Commander Boots. These aren't great items. There is a spot for them, but you're setting yourself up for failure. If you are in KVK 1, there is only one option to go. If you're a spender, YSG. YSG is going to be a staple, especially with QSH. He could be someone you instant max in the wheel, throw your gold heads into, really do whatever you can to make sure he's expertised. If you can't expertise him, ignore him. He's not going to be good for you. If you want to run epic commanders, Kusunoki, Herman, Imhotep, those are going to be great ones. Kusunoki and Sun Tzu are going to be great pairings for KVK 1. I don't really think it works in KVK 2. It'll do the job, but you're going to be struggling. I think that's really a big issue with KVK 2. You end up not having a lot of pairs that you can go with. You have Edward. You have Cyrus, Tamiris. You could go Edward, but you're getting a giant rage requirement. I really hate it. And with Commander Swap, you could definitely go Edward in KVK 2. I do think if you were going to go anything, I would stick with Epic Commanders in KVK 2. You have a little bit more options in KVK 3. KVK 3 comes around, and you've got this boy, QSH. He's going to be your must max at this point in 2025. We don't know what's coming out later. Could be someone better. But right now, QSH is number one focus if you want to go archers. Especially if you have YSG expertise. QSH YSG is an amazing march. But after that, it struggles. Your next best archer is going to be ZL. With him, you then run into the issues that we're seeing with the archers before QSH was coming out. You're ramping up your damage. You're slower than everyone else to push out damage. You're waiting for active skills. You're not doing as much before that. You're doing small white numbers, big red number. That's great. You get a little dopamine boost with that big red number, but that's about it. You can pair him with Herman. This is a very traditional archer pair. It does work well. You get those poison stacks. So you're inflicting poison, they're getting more skill damage. It is a great way to run with him. You can run him with Philip. This will end up giving him more damage, a little bit tankiness, but it'll also give you an instant proc. And with Philip, you have a chance of ZL using his active skill again. But this instant proc is going to be the greatest thing for ZL. The sad thing is, it's not that high. But whenever you launch basic attack, you have a chance to do it in instant-proc, up to 3 enemies. That's great. Cooldown of 3 seconds. So if this was able to go off instantly, it'd be much better, but it's not. The other archers, sadly, have all felt like a trap at this point. Shajar, trap. Boudica, you're not going to want to run. After that, there's really not much at this point, unless you're getting into rally and garrison. If you are wanting to be a rally and garrison archer player, there is so much that you can do, and so little at the same time. If you get QSH, he is not a rally commander. He is not a garrison commander. I am tired of seeing people rallying garrison and KVKs with QSH primary or, God forbid, secondary. If you put QSH secondary, he ruined your march. If you put him primary, you're not getting off the damage you need quickly. It's doing consistent damage. That's great, but that's it. Stop running QSH in a rally. You have Shapur. He is going to be your primary rally commander. Primary Shapur, secondary, you do have a few options. Ashurbanipal, ZL. If you are going for 2 archer marches and you need ZL, it is a great way to use him in rallies. He gives you a little bit of AoE damage, so it stops people from swarms. It does give it a little bit less tankiness. If you do have him already, you can run Henry. But other than that, that is it. You're not running Nebu. You're not running Boudica. I don't really have anyone else expertise at this moment, but you're not going to have many pairings. Artifacts gives you a little bit more that you can handle, but at the same time, that is limited. Now, if you want to be a garrison archer player, Dido, CY, there it is. I'm running Dido CY, Dido Hera, CY Hera. I do eventually want to get Hector so I can see how that works. Sadly, I don't have a CY armament anymore, so I'm running Dido primary, CY secondary. In the garrison world, there's not much again. I do think archers are much better in the rally. It helps them a lot more there. They're doing more damage. They're doing everything they can. Shapur's been great. From the reports I've seen, this KVK we're going into in a couple weeks will be the first one that I'm actually going to be rallying with. So I'm excited to see how Shapur does for me. With armaments, this does make it a little bit easier, but at the same time harder. When armaments, a year ago, I was pulling wedge, I could use it for archers, I could use it for inf, I could use it for cavalry. And now I'm stuck with just archers. And the biggest issue, it does 5% skill damage. I go over to infantry, Pincer's doing 10. Delta's doing 10. You're not doing as much damage right off the bat just because of your armaments. Hopefully with the change in the skill damage armaments, it boosts it up to 10%. But then that puts you into a disadvantage. You need to open wedge. You need to get all these inscriptions right here. What do? You now need to save up transmutation stones. And at that point, you are going to be spending a ton of money or a ton of gems to get those transmutation stones. They're 10,000 gems, where you need 40 of them. So 4,000. You need 40 of them. They're 10,000 each, so 400,000. Because $1,000 you're going to be spending on just changing your armaments to the new skill damage armament set. And that is an issue. So while people say archers are in a great spot because of QSH. They're rough at the same time. I think infantry and cavalry have a little bit easier from transition from pre-SOC to SOC. But with how QSH is running in the field, I think it's a great time to actually become an archer main. I'm loving it. I'm having a lot of fun in the field. I'm enjoying myself. And at the end of the day, archers are still on top with rallies. I do love archers, and I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Archers have been a fan favorite of mine since KVK 2. If y'all agree, or if you want to just say archers are trash because Gorgo Hero is going to destroy it, Gorgo CY destroys it, and you're still using an archer commander during that, let me know. See you guys in the next one.